Hi, welcome to my channel, Simply Scrapping. And yes, I've had a change name. The channel used to be called Simply Stamping with Narelle, and that was when I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I did primarily cards and card making. And now I want to do scrapping, and I resigned from Stampin' Up! A few years ago, 2021. So it's time to move on with the channel. I no longer want it to be all about stamping. It's going to be scrapping. I will stamp on occasional layouts, but mostly it's about scrapping. So I thought a change of name was in order. So I've done that, and you'll see that on the channel now. Right, so I'm back with the second layout in my little kit that I found in my drawer that I had put together, a little collection, I think it probably is the right word. So I did the first layout in the previous video, and now I'm doing the second layout. And what I'm using for this one is this really vintage photo of my brother and my cousins and my nana. And I think my brother looked, maybe he was 2 or something there. And this, I think, is at my nana's house because the door handles looked familiar. I don't remember us having them in our home or my aunt's home. I'm pretty sure that's my nana's house down in Punchbowl in Sydney. It was at the time in Punchbowl in Sydney. And they obviously were having a birthday party, and I think it was for my brother. And they were all had these really cute Indian hats. Oh, I'm so sorry. Here we go again. With a yawning. What is it? Is it a nervous thing? Anyone know? I haven't yawned all night. And now I come on to do this video and I'm yawning. Oh my god, I am so sorry. Yeah, anyway, so they had these cute little Indian hats on. So I thought I would scrap this photo. I have picked out a sketch for this one. I'm trying to find where have I marked this one. I've marked the sketch. So this sketch sort of has got like a Christmas vibe to it because it's got these trees, which are like Christmas trees, and little houses, snowflakes. We don't get snow in Australia at Christmas or any time generally. Yeah, and it's sort of got a Christmas vibe, but I'm not going to make it a Christmas vibe. Mine, as you can see by this first piece of paper, it's going to be a party vibe or birthday vibe. So this is the piece of paper from the collection that I'd made up. And the reverse side is all these little postage stamps. So I haven't looked if there's any on here that will suit the layout. Celebrate. That one will. So when I cut the fabric for the page, I have to make sure I don't cut those two. Oh, and there's another one up there. Oh, and one there. So hopefully I will have one of those or several of those to use on the layout. And then I have paired it with just some papers that go with this paper. So I picked this blue. It's from 7 Dots Studio, made in Poland, called Lovers in the Air. And yes, I was just yawning again. Wow, this is really thick paper. I don't have a year. Wait, there's 2 there. There's got to be 2 there. Oh, my lordy. No, I think, you know what? I think there's only 1. Far out, they're thick. No date on this, but I know it's old. So I was thinking that that might be my base. Instead of plain cardstock, I might use this one because it goes quite well with the balloons. Then just another piece of blue paper, and this is really old. Vacation Squares by Scrapbook Walls, and this is going to be an old one because it's really thin and no date, but they haven't been around for a long time. Anyone remember that? It's old, but it was the right side of blue. And then another one, Ranch Stripe by oh my gosh, Chatterbox. And that's the reverse side. I'll be using this side though if I use it. And then another blue, upside down, Kaiser Craft. Lullaby Collections. This is a baby's one. Hush Little Baby, but I like the blue polka dots. And there's a nice little stripe on the other side. Then a basic grey. Oh Baby Buttercup. Very pretty, I love that. And they didn't have a date either. And then another basic grey Lime Ricky collection called Orange Cream. Made in the year 2008. Wow, what a throwback. But I told you, my stash is old. So there's that one. And then another basic grey. Another yellow. New Wheat. Acid Washed. I don't know what all that means. So no date. So, you know, can be 2008 or whatever. And then a plain blue piece of cardstock. So that is what I've got to work with. Now I did also keep aside. Where have my balloons gone? Lost me balloons. Wait a minute. Oh, there they are. Got to have my balloons at the front. Alright, there's my balloons. And my sketch. And my photo. Now from the first layout, I also have the leftovers from that. So I kept any papers that I had put with that heart paper, the plain cardstock, and any patterned papers that I had got out to use with that page and didn't use. I'm going to keep in this packet any leftovers from previous layouts in this collection, and they can be used in any of these layouts as well. And I've got all the embellishments that I had from the first page that were in the collection. But what I also mentioned in my last video is that I also was going to incorporate, if I could, if I needed extra embellishments, this container of embellishments that I had sitting on my desk ages ago. And anything in here is fair game to use on a page. So, oh gosh, there's like hundreds of doilies in there. Washi tape, wooden hearts and butterflies, some Minte gardening and floral country fair die cuts. This is a chipboard border, has been knocking around for years and years and years. Some corrugated cardstock tags and ovals. Some chipboard frames. More of the cutter parts from that Minte collection. On the other side, I've got great frames that you can cut out and use as well, if you don't want to use that side. What are they? Little crystal dots, some more jewels, some enamel dots, a cute banner, memo, some red bases for embellishment clusters and tucking under, things like that. This actually has a little square that you can cut out in the middle, push out the middle, and then a bigger frame. Some twine, some adhesive backed sequins. Oh my gosh, there's lots in here. Some tags, a leaf. More of those Minte cut aparts. Oh, lots of things. All sorts of tags and bits and bobs that I can use for any of these layouts. Some sequins. Lots of floral pieces down here as well. So this container was just a dumping ground, really. If I finished a layout or something and I didn't want to put the embellishments away, for example, these go in my green box of embellishments, then I would just dump them in this tray, and then I sort of just started accumulating them after each layout. So there's a whole mix of themes and colours and all sorts of things in here. So a nice vellum leaf, some tags. I'm sure there's some really interesting little things down the bottom. More twine, some die cuts, more flowers. So happy for every moment with you. That's cute. more flowers and all sorts of things. Titles. There's something big down the bottom. What is that? More vellum flowers. I'm trying to get to this blue thing. Oh, it's the bottom of the container. Oh, I was going, what is that blue? That looks really interesting. It's the rubber bottom on the bottom of the container. Oops. Alright, so I have all that to go through as well. So, as per usual, I am going to speed you up, stop talking, put music over the top, and you can watch me put this page together. Now, if you don't like the music, you can turn it right down or mute it even. You'll know when I come back and start talking because I'll start waving my hands around. When I finish the layout and want to talk about it, I'll start waving the hands around. So that's when you can unmute me if you don't like the music. Alright, so let's get on with this layout. So I've completed the page. Can't say I'm 100% happy with it. But I am going to have to find something else for it, I think, because I'm not completely happy with this down here. I think it needs a bit more, but I'll percolate on it and think about it. So this is the sketch that I was using there, and this is my interpretation of it. So I've used, like I said, that dark cardstock, or that paper, as my background, and I have the patterned paper across the middle, and then they have 2 strips down here. I've gone with a plain. I did try the blue polka dot, didn't really like it, so I've stuck with the orange and the yellow plain to pick up the colours in the balloons. The Let's Party title was easy. You would have seen me play around with this. This is that chipboard that's been hanging around for donkey's ages. I didn't like the colour. It sort of stood out a bit much, even though it sort of blends with the orangey colour of the balloons. I just thought it was too much. So I got the little offcut bit, and I tried to peel off the front, thinking that I could paint it or colour it with markers or something, but it was impossible to get off. So then the light bulb went off, and I went, well, why don't I just tuck it in a little bit to the under the photo, which is what I did in the end. So that meant the photo had to go on 2 dimensionals. Then what else? I was stuck for embellishments here. I didn't have anything birthday related, but I felt I needed to add birthday related. I didn't want flowers. There was nothing much on here that really I could use, so I found some round circles in my container, and then went and found a birthday stamp and just made some embellishments down the side here, balloons and a couple of hats, party hats. Found a couple of word stickers I could use. This banner is donkey's old again. I don't know. It's from a collection from I want to say Echo Park back in the 2000s, early 2000s, I think. And I've used that collection quite a lot, but this banner was just sitting in my container of embellishments, and the colours suited this perfectly, so I trimmed that and put that on. I think that's it. Some twine from my embellishment container. Oh, words are hard. Just made a couple of bows. Yeah, stuck on some button dot things. Words are hard. It's getting late. I'm getting tired. Oh, sorry. I should stop with the excuses every time I do a video, shouldn't I? That's really bad. These things. Stuck a few on here. And that's it. The page is done. Not sure where the journaling's going to go. In the sketch, they have it down here. Not really sure where I'm going to put it. I could put it over here, like down here. I don't want to cover up too much of the balloons though. Or I could just put it under the heading, but then the heading's just plain and it doesn't have a base, so that would look really odd. Maybe over here, a little pop out here, or a little piece here with journaling on it. But that's the page. Thank you so much for coming back and watching. If you've liked this video and you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe. Hit the notify bell so you know when my next video comes out. And hit the thumbs up if you have enjoyed this video and this layout. And until next time, have a scrap happy day. And I'll catch you later. Bye bye.